Deep inside the rivers of South America lives one of the most unusual animals on Earth. Hidden in dark, muddy, slow-moving water, the electric eel moves silently. It may look like a snake or a simple eel, but it carries one of nature's most powerful biological abilities. The electric eel can generate electricity strong enough to stun prey, defend itself, and move through water where visibility is almost zero. Despite its name, the electric eel is not a true eel. It belongs to a group of fish called knife fish, and its scientific name is Electrophorus electricus. It is found mainly in the Amazon and Orinoco river systems. These waters are low in oxygen and filled with thick vegetation, conditions where most fish struggle to survive. The electric eel survives here because of its unique adaptations. An adult electric eel can grow up to 8 feet long and weigh around 20 kilograms. Nearly 80% of its body is made of electric organs. These organs contain thousands of specialized cells called electrocytes. Each cell produces a very small electric charge, but when thousands of them activate together, they generate a powerful electric discharge. This system works like multiple batteries connected in series, increasing the total voltage. Electricity is essential for the eel's survival. Because the water is dark and cloudy, sight is unreliable. Instead, the eel releases weak electrical signals into the water. When these signals hit objects or animals, they return to the eel, allowing it to sense its surroundings. This ability, known as electrolocation, helps the eel detect prey and navigate its environment without using vision. The electric eel can control how much electricity it releases. Low-voltage pulses are used to explore the environment and locate prey. These pulses are harmless. When hunting or defending itself, the eel releases high-voltage shocks that can reach up to 600 volts. These shocks are powerful enough to disable most animals in the river. While hunting, the eel first locates its prey using weak electric signals. Once the target is confirmed, it releases a sudden high-voltage shock. This shock disrupts the prey's nervous system, causing instant muscle contraction and paralysis. Sometimes the eel curls its body to focus the electric field, making the shock more effective. Once the prey is immobilized, the eel moves in and swallows it whole. Electric eels mainly eat fish and amphibians, and occasionally small animals that enter the water. They do not attack constantly because producing strong electric shocks requires a lot of energy. Instead, they conserve power and strike only when necessary. A single electric eel shock usually does not kill a human directly, but it is still dangerous. The shock can paralyze muscles and cause loss of control. If this happens in water, drowning becomes a serious risk. There have been cases where electric eel encounters led to death due to drowning, which is why local people treat them with caution. One unusual feature of the electric eel is its breathing method. Although it lives underwater, it depends heavily on air. It has a modified mouth that works like a lung and must surface every 10 to 15 minutes to breathe. This allows it to survive in oxygen-poor waters where most fish cannot live. The electric eel does not harm itself when producing electricity. Its internal organs are protected by insulating tissues, and the electric current is directed outward. This keeps the brain and heart safe during every discharge. Electric eels have played an important role in science. Studying them helped scientists understand how electrical signals work in nerves and muscles. This research influenced early electrical experiments and continues to inspire studies in bioelectric energy, medicine, and robotics. The electric eel is not just a strange fish. It is a living power system created by nature. Without wires or machines, it produces electricity strong enough to control its environment. It shows how powerful and advanced natural evolution can be, and it reminds us that many secrets of science are still hidden beneath the surface of the world's rivers. The electric eel also shows how carefully nature balances power with control. Even though it can produce massive electrical energy, it does not use this power carelessly. Every electric discharge costs energy, and the eel must manage that energy to survive. This ability to control power instead of wasting it is one reason the electric eel has survived for millions of years. Electric eels are mostly solitary animals. They do not live in groups and prefer to stay hidden. They spend much of their time resting near the riverbed or among submerged plants. This behavior helps them avoid unnecessary encounters and conserve energy. They are most active when hunting or when they feel threatened, choosing silence and stillness whenever possible. Reproduction in electric eels is also unique. During the breeding season, males build nests using saliva to create a safe space for eggs. Females lay thousands of eggs, and a male guards them until they hatch. The young electric eels are born with weak electrical abilities, which grow stronger as they mature. This gradual development helps them adapt safely to their environment. Electric eels also play an important role in their ecosystem. By controlling populations of smaller fish and amphibians, they help maintain balance in river environments. They are both predators and indicators of ecosystem health. When electric eels disappear from an area, it often signals deeper environmental problems such as pollution or habitat destruction. Despite their power, electric eels face serious threats today. Deforestation, water pollution, and climate change are damaging the rivers they depend on. Changes in water flow and oxygen levels can disrupt their survival. Human activity continues to shrink their natural habitat, putting pressure on a species that has existed long before modern civilization. The electric eel reminds us that true power does not always come from machines or technology. Sometimes, the most advanced systems are alive, silent, and hidden beneath the surface. Nature builds solutions that are efficient, precise, and far ahead of human design. As we continue to explore the natural world, creatures like the electric eel challenge our understanding of strength, intelligence, and survival. They prove that evolution can create living systems capable of doing what once seemed impossible. The electric eel is not just a creature of electricity. It is a reminder that the natural world still holds many secrets waiting to be understood. Another fascinating aspect of the electric eel is how precisely it reacts to its surroundings. It does not behave randomly or aggressively without reason. Instead, it carefully responds to changes in movement, pressure, and vibrations in the water. This sensitivity allows it to avoid unnecessary danger and react only when a real threat or opportunity appears. Electric eels are also known to adapt their behavior based on experience. Studies suggest that they can learn patterns in their environment, such as where prey usually appears or which areas are safer to rest. This ability to adjust behavior over time shows that the electric eel relies not only on power, but also on awareness and memory to survive. The lifespan of an electric eel can reach up to 15 years in the wild. During this time, it must continuously balance energy use, avoid predators, and survive seasonal changes in water levels. Floods and dry periods can completely transform river environments. The electric eel survives these changes by moving to deeper areas or calmer waters, showing strong adaptability to shifting conditions. Electric eels also communicate with each other using weak electrical signals. These signals are not meant to shock, but to share presence and maintain distance. This form of communication helps reduce conflict between individuals and allows them to coexist in limited spaces without constant confrontation. Human fascination with electric eels has existed for centuries. Indigenous communities in South America observed their behavior long before modern science existed. Early explorers were both amazed and frightened by their power. Some historical accounts describe people using animals to trigger electric eels intentionally, simply to understand the strength of their shock. These early encounters helped build the mystery surrounding this creature. In modern times, electric eels continue to attract scientific attention, not because they are dangerous, but because they represent a natural solution to energy generation and control. Engineers and researchers study how electric eels produce controlled bursts of energy without damaging themselves. This knowledge may influence future technologies in power storage and energy efficiency. The electric eel also challenges the idea that strength must always be visible. Most of the time, it remains still and hidden, conserving energy rather than displaying force. Its true power appears only when absolutely necessary. This quiet efficiency is one of the reasons it has remained successful in the wild for millions of years. The presence of electric eels reminds us that rivers are not simple ecosystems. Beneath the surface, complex interactions take place between species, energy, and survival strategies. Creatures like the electric eel show that evolution can produce solutions that are both subtle and powerful at the same time. As long as these rivers continue to flow, the electric eel will remain a symbol of unseen strength. It exists not to dominate its environment, but to survive within it. Silent, efficient, and powerful, the electric eel represents one of nature's most remarkable achievements.